Essence of lines is the coming together of many different lines, which includes music on the harp, on the violin, and also electronic sound design, visual design, Chinese calligraphy, and also improvisatory dance to form a very immersive experience for the audience.
There are lines, invisible lines seen in movement, in dance, and for electronic musicians, the lines are wires that convey data. And for calligraphy, the lines are strokes, and how these strokes can all fall into place to come up with a very cohesive message. So essence of lines is the many lines that moves in tandem together.
The essence of lines also allows the audience to tap into their creative instinct to create the artwork with our artists. Essence of Lines has two parts, and I'm playing in the first segment, which is titled Dare to Cross. Dare to Cross is an improvisatory work between a harpist and a movement artist, showing the interconnectedness between two artistic forms. Is the single string of the harp a meaningful line on its own, or does its significance arise only in relation to other lines? Towards the end of the piece, the audience are invited both literally and metaphorically to embrace spontaneity and trust another's lead to cross the line.
But you cannot clearly see me at certain points because I'm fuzzy. You can also see me amidst many lines and trying to negotiate the lines, trying to illuminate lines. And you can interpret it as you wish in reference to the many obstacles that you may face in your daily life.
In Place is a two-part work which blends the line of technology and art. And it's an interactive soundscape experience and a contemporary and immersive musical performance. The first exhibit shows the interplays of strokes and lines through the beautiful calligraphy collection of Kong Ling Guan. So we've created a parallel between the two art forms by translating each stroke of the brush into a sonic expression. Audiences scan the QR codes here to bring forth these complex structures into sounds, and through their active participation, the nuances can then be manipulated. The journey from soundscape continues on to an experience of seamless fusion between classical and electronic music. The performance is further enhanced with visuals that respond to the music, thus creating a sensorial experience.
I want to bring the external sound, something that we hear every single day, into an indoor space, and also undiluting a meaning of evoking emotions using different kind of soundscape. In a very minimal way that we only place 4 string speakers strategically around the room so that it blends well. And also using a lot of manipulation with sound and also live manipulate sound, pre-recorded sounds. And they are there to let us explore the narrative that we want over in Essence of Lines.
So in this kind of improv realm, I'm very new to it, and I'm always wondering, am I doing something wrong? So then, thanks to the encouragement of Miss Teo and Gildon and Dayn, Erlyn and I were able to be very open and be very free with whatever we were creating in this entire creative process.
So when I recorded with Dayn, actually it was also very new for me, in a sense that I prepared what I prepared, but at the same time you need to adapt on the spot. Maybe you can try something new. So with the simple techniques that I prepared, like pizzicato, the harmonics, artificial harmonics even, we actually explore into the soundscape of, actually can you create sounds?
The creative process is a little bit interesting, and because a lot of these lines are planned but executed very differently when it's executed by others, to allow NAFA students to step up to do more than what they usually do. So they step out of their classroom and move on to be really hands-on in creating this work together with Charmaine and I.
As an educator, I feel that what we want to achieve is to bring NAFA students, for this case, out in the industry to let them know what exactly is needed and how to really apply what they learn. So from this on, we've got career skills, writing program booklets into this, and then how do we design the audience participation.
It's not just the notes, like the notes don't really matter anymore at this point. So it's more of how the sounds are produced, and also what do you want to say with that sound, or what do you want to produce, make people feel, even how do you feel when you actually like want to say that.
For myself, I thought it was very nice seeing how the different art forms work together and also find ways to compromise to form our art together. So prior to this project, I've not worked with these artists in close proximity before. And with working with them, I have learned so many things about their own art form and what they care about.
The most rewarding thing about Essence of Lines for me is to see collaborative spirit being true to our heart, seeing the students being inspired by the industry professionals, seeing how they can hand in hand co-devise, co-create meaningful work together.
I feel that this project really made me grow a lot, not just as a musician, as a person as well. Even preparing for this entire production, it's been a very long journey, but I think it's a very fulfilling one.
The thing that I'm most proud of in this project is that now I can do what I want, and I have full creative ownership of what I'm doing as well, and that I get to collaborate with so many of the industry professionals such as Dayn, such as Gildon and JSL as well.
I think also it's very exciting to see the reactions of the audiences to how they can let this whole soundscape and these visuals emote and send the message across together with the help of the students.
Of course, this process is not completely smooth. There are times where things are very frightening and it doesn't seem to be working out as I had planned.
For every technology that is evolving for me over in the last few hours or last few days, there's always this anxiety that it can't be mitigated.
What you can't see also is a huge screen that took us a lot of time, not just in setting up but also in the planning phase, because we were having many discussions about where to perform at, looking at the space constraints, looking at the audience considerations, looking at permutations of lighting and whatnot. And then finally, even when we decided on this space, the way we're setting up today is vastly different than the way we envisioned when we came here a few weeks ago. The way we position the lights. So basically, we're constantly on our toes.
The essence of Lines is seeing beyond these problems and how we can creatively come up with a solution for all these artistic issues, and also to spread the message, to empower people, to inspire people that eventually all these lines will fall into place.